Hi there, Taurus. Healing Grasshopper here to do your last reading in September, the 23rd to the 30th. Ooh, Queen of Pentacles. Let's see if that's reversed in a moment. Okay. Three of Cups. Hmm. Four of Cups. Reversed? It is reversed. Okay. Okay, Taurus. Um, hmm. I don't think there's any way to sugarcoat this. This is very Taurian. There's a little bit of partying too much. Queen of Pentacles reversed is it's like a loss of traction in working towards abundance because you are distracted somehow. And Three of Cups is about, celebration with a bunch of people. This is partying. Um, and Taurus, I don't need to tell you, you know good and well that that's one of your weaknesses, Taurus. You can get sidetracked, sidetracked in enjoying yourself too much, um, or at least enjoying yourself when you should be working, right? Um, and part of this is it's the Four of Cups is talking about that this here is not by accident, it's somewhat deliberate. It's kind of like drowning one's sorrows in partying. And it doesn't, okay. I was going to say it doesn't necessarily mean alcohol. Some of you it is alcohol. Um, it's like drowning your sorrows in party. For some of you, it is substances. For others of you, it's just going out too much when you should be studying or working on your business or being out too late before you go to work, that kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about. Um, because Taurus, there have been things in the past where things have not worked out for you. And by the way, Taurus, if you're new here, welcome. Um, but if you are a subscriber, you know that I talk about Pluto in Capricorn that's been there for the past 20 years and just changed signs into Aquarius this past November. And we're coming on a year that it's been in Aquarius, but we still do remember the past 20 years of it being in Capricorn, which was not easy for any of the signs, right? So this is like, why should I make the effort now? Because if you look around you, Taurus, the paradigm is changing. And there are a million signs. And everyone sees different ones. Some of the signs for me is they're these really weird time warps where like it's September already. And I know everyone says that to some point. Like, oh, I can't believe it's September already. Oh, I can't believe Christmas has come this fast. There's always been some elements of that, but lately I haven't been the only one. There have been whole like YouTube videos about time quickening and how um a day will go and you've only done one task and you're like, where did the time go? I was only able to do this one thing where years ago you could do eight things but now you're only able to manage one thing. And it's not because you're slow, it's because time is like whizzing by. Or, there's been some weird things happening with time. Um, and, whole hours missing and that kind of thing. Other things where um, I have realized recently, in a neighborhood that I live in now. I didn't grow up in this neighborhood, but partially grown up in the neighborhood because it's my grandmother's neighborhood. I know the neighborhood very, very well. And there is a store that I discovered a few weeks ago that I swear was not there before. There was a frame shop, and there are some things that I wanted to frame. I was like, oh my God. And I was going to go, like 5 miles away to a mall where I know that there's, in the area, a frame shop. Um, but there's a frame shop within walking distance of me. I swear it was not there. And I walked in and I was like, how long have you, and it looked kind of old. And I was like, how long have you been here? And he was like, a long time, like 30 years. What? No. Okay. I can sit here for all day and give you, there's Mandela effects and all sorts of really weird things that are showing up in all of our lives that we're noticing that's like cuckoo. We're going through a paradigm. Okay, Taurus. So brings us back to this card where what's different than, maybe 5 to 10 years ago? A paradigm switch. Okay, so you've got to release yourself from drowning your sorrows here, or masking your discomforts, or however you want to put it, and pay attention now, because the divine is directing you to something new. Okay. Okay, so now we've got the tower. I haven't seen the tower in a long time. Reversed? No. Okay, good. Now, the tower does not need to be catastrophic, because it's a very catastrophic looking card. And sometimes the tower does bring, the universe will bring catastrophe. But the tower just relays the message that there is something in, that the universe is bringing disruption. And this disruption you can't control, right? We have free will in our life, yes, but this is like the weather, right? We can control whether we carry an umbrella or not, but we can't control the rain, right? That's what this is. The universe is bringing disruption in your life, and it's like heads up. Sometimes it can be unpleasant. Sometimes it can be neither. Sometimes it can be neutral. Sometimes it can just be like, wow, what's happening here? Um, but Taurus, what this is saying is, especially under the Queen of Pentacles, is it's giving you time to heed this warning, Taurus, because it's like the universe is gently telling you, heads up, Taurus, heads up, Taurus, time to wake up, Taurus, time to get to work, Taurus. But if you don't heed the warnings and you continue to stay in this mode of partying and ignoring your responsibilities, the universe is going to choose for you, and it may not be pleasant. And look, guys, again, for those of you who are new, I am not the type of reader who's going to sugarcoat things for you and tell you that everything's good. I tell it like it is, and I am a brutal reader. Uh, I don't know if brutal is really. I'm an honest reader. I'm not in the habit of sugarcoating a damn thing. So I'm telling you things the way they are here. But you are in a position now, Taurus, where you can still choose. Make the choice yourself to start paying attention to what you need to pay attention to before this catastrophe happens. And I'm not promising that this disruption is that you'll be able to stop the disruption. But what I'm saying is that you can soften the blow, okay? And make it, a more tolerable transition instead of, a catastrophic disruption. The moon. Here we have uncertainty. Now, again, we're not going to be afraid of this uncertainty. And I know it's difficult to have the moon next to the tower and like, oh, I'm doomed. No, you're just going through a transition, and it requires a certain focus from you. That if you are not it's like keep your eye on the wheel or you're going to crash. Is pretty much what this is saying. That's all. Keep your eye on the wheel. Keep your eye on the road and your hands on the wheel, or you're going to crash. You know what I mean. Okay. Here, now we're getting into the meat of the situation here. We've got the high priestess under the Four of Cups, which is utilizing your intuition to to see and to understand the opportunities that are being handed to you, right? Because this is the hand of the divine here, handing this cup here. And this person, this jaded person sitting here under the tree is like, nah, no thanks. The other ones didn't work. Why should this one work? Because the divine is handing it to you. Take the cup, you know? Like, what are you doing? No. But this is just a result of you not having the right perspective, is all, right? But once you engage your intuition, you're able to see this cup for what it is, which is divine help, not just another garden variety cup. Knight of Wands, we'll see if that's reversed in a moment. What else we got, Spirit? Ooh, nice. Knight of Wands reversed? No, okay, good. Knight of Wands talks about efforts. And this is just confirming what I said. Keeping your hands on the wheel. The Knight of Wands is absolutely focused on where he's going and what he's doing. That's what this is saying. Keep your hands on the wheel and focus on the road. Page of Swords is wow. This is clarity under the moon. Lack of clarity, clarity. Once you look, if you're driving, you're distracted, you're looking at your phone, you're I don't know, You're reaching for a fry in the bag next to you. If you're not focused on if you're not focused on the road and then suddenly you focus, you've got a clear view of the road, you are now overcoming this uncertainty here. Now I'm starting to see clearly that this isn't real uncertainty. This is just your lack of focus. That's all. So there's no need to fear the moon because sometimes the moon can be beyond your control too. It can be like driving through the fog that you don't have control over. But there's no fog here. This is self-imposed moon. Just lift your head up and focus. That's all. The sun. There's no catastrophe here, Taurus. Because I know for a while here in the reading, it really sounded like I was scolding you, which I'm not going to lie, I was. Like, you know, keep your eye on the goddamn road already, But we are ending up with positive outlook here. This is saying that there is a quick fix, a very easy quick fix to all of this. And all it requires is your attention. That's all. Time to put down that beer, pick up the divine cup, which is a positive outlook at life, a clear uh, view of your path forward, your ascension that brings optimism and elation, faith in your future. Emperor, wow, it's a very powerful reading, Taurus. The Emperor is the CEO of his own life. This is saying to you, Taurus, that you are, and if I'm not mistaken, this is a Taurus card. No, but still, it doesn't matter. Because I was looking at the Rams here. Um, this is taking responsibility in your life, Taurus. And it's not like I'm saying you're careless or anything. It's just, it's time to focus because the divine is requiring your full attention now because you're in a turning point in your life. That's all. What do we have for clarity? Strength. First, strength. This talks about the strength within you to put yourself on the right path. That's all. You've just got to do a little bit of course correction. Um, Three of Wands. You see how it's attached here to the Four of Cups? This is what's making you jaded. Things in the past that has broken your heart, disappointed you, brought you down. It's part of life, Taurus, especially the past 20 years. Everybody, not just Taurus, the entire collective has gone through this. in many ways in their lives. And there are signs that got it worse than you, Taurus, if you can believe it. Pluto in Capricorn for the past 20 years, which is a destructive energy. So you can imagine how it was for Capricorn. But it doesn't matter. This is not about Capricorn. This is about you, Taurus. Things were difficult for you in your life. Don't let it sour the rest of your life. Look at this. Ace of Swords. Here's the clarity again. This lack of clarity again that the moon is depicting here is easily overcome. And the Ace of Swords is talking about that, yes, there are things that you need to take charge of, take responsibility for, take hold of the wheel and focus on the road. But there's also spirit. It's not like it's not like spirit is standing by with their arms crossed, like, let's see what Taurus does. No, the spirit's there trying to get your attention, like, okay, Taurus, time to go. Let's like they're in the trenches with you. That's what the Ace of Swords is here. But you're very focused on this, so you're not hearing this right now. But as soon as you turn away from this and decide, okay, I'm focused now, the downloads are going to begin. The road will be clear. Your path will be clear. You'll know where you're going. Such a powerful reading, Taurus. Unbelievable. I've got chills, Taurus. You in this week, you're really going to understand that things are changing for you. It's not like, you know, you're going to start focusing and at the end of the week there's going to be like this big auspicious thing that happens. No, it's going to be you're going to start to focus and there's going to be a change in your mood, in your outlook, like, oh wow, I see my path now. I see that things are improving for me. I see what I need to do next. Knight of Cups. Reversed. Knight of Cups is about working towards your dreams. See how it's attached here to the sun. He's holding his heart's desire here. And a lot of the times, Knight of Cups talks about moving towards someone with their presenting your heart to them, but not in this reading. This is talking about honoring your dreams and moving towards them. I need two more at least. Uh, the, the world. Stepping through a portal. This is switching paradigms, just like I said before. This is represent represents a turning point in your life. This is why I was nagging you before, because this is like, hey, pay attention. You're going through a a portal. You here's the vision that spirit's giving me now. You were going through a certain point in your life where it's kind of like you're in a spaceship, right? And there are certain parts of the journey where you could walk away from the controls and, have a bite to eat and have a little cocktail and, enjoy the ride. It's uneventful part of the journey, right? But this is spirit saying, heads up, you're going through a wormhole. It requires you being at the controls and navigating. You understand? So that's all. It's not like you're never going to enjoy yourself again and, you got to put your nose to the grindstone, Taurus, because I know that fills you with dread. That's not what this is. There is enjoyment ahead of you, but right now it's going to require your attention. That's all. Hermit card talks about gather yourself because you're going to need the strength within you that you have inside of you to take charge of your life here. Oh, look at this next to the high priestess. Wow. This is super powerful. Your intuition. Hermit also talks about intuition. This the lantern here is represents your intuition. He is being led by his intuition. Emperor and taking charge of his own life. You understand? So Taurus, don't begrudge this. Be excited about it. You're going through a portal. It's going to bring you to a new chapter in your life. You should be very excited about that. You know? It's kind of like, well, it's kind of like I've never been in those self-driving cars before, but I was thinking of like being in one of those Teslas and taking a nap, on the way to Disneyland or whatever. And, the car wakes you up and is telling you that you're almost at your destination, might require you to do some things. I don't know if that's true or not. I've never been in any of those cars, but, but I don't know if that's the best analogy either because I don't want to promise you Disneyland because I don't know where you're headed to. That's not what this reading is trying to deliver to you. And this is just 1 week. Maybe in the upcoming weeks we're going to find out what that is. But for now, I do know that you should have a positive outlook because you've got the sun here. There are good things coming to you. Okay, Taurus? I can't express to you how elated I feel right now. I'm like euphoric from this reading, Taurus. So you should be too. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys in the comments. It really uplifts me to hear from you guys. Whatever you guys want to talk about. You want to talk about how this reading fits in your life, how it resonates, great. If you want to talk about something unrelated, great. If you have suggestions, bring it. It's all good to me. Um, because being a small content creator can be a struggle. And hearing from my viewers is an antidote to that. It uplifts me. It inspires me to keep going. It makes my day to hear from you. Okay. And I answer every single reading. So if there's something on your mind, please don't hold back. I will be there to engage with you because I love it. And I'm not asking you to do that just uh, for help with the algorithm. I do that for my own morale. I ask that for my own morale. But I am asking for help with the algorithm in other ways, liking, subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you don't miss upcoming videos. These are all very, very quick gestures that cost you nothing, mean the world to me though, and really helps the channel grow. Um, there is a large part of my returning viewers that are not subscribed. So even if you feel you are subscribed, just check for me. And you might find that you're not. Just click that subscribe button for me. It really means the world to me. Thank you. If you're really inclined to helping this channel, what you can also do is go to the playlist section. There is a Taurus section for you to watch and many others. Choose a playlist, put it on autoplay, and put it on as background background noise. I always say that. Um, while you're doing your daily tasks, even while you're winding down in bed, because watch hours are everything to help the channel grow. So thank you in advance if you choose to do that. I'm assuming this is your sun sign that you're watching. Um, but you might not know that your moon rising and north node signs are just as important to follow. I'm sure you'll find that it brings a broader picture of things. And I know that you'll find them helpful. If you don't know what those signs are, it's very easy to find out uh, for free online. Just Google, calculate my blank sign, find out what they are at the many free sites, come back to the Healing Grasshopper channel and watch the corresponding videos. Um, thank you to all my viewers, my English speakers, US, UK, Australia, Canada. I really appreciate you. I see you in my analytics, and I'm always happy to see all of you there. Thank you for supporting me. My non-English speakers, Spanish, Portuguese speakers, Filipinos, Indians, I thank you for your support as well. I see you in my analytics as well. To the Hindi speaker that asked me to dub my videos. Thank you for your comments, and it's absolutely a part of my goals now, but right now it's just not possible. Dubbing is very expensive. So what I'm asking you to do is stick with the channel, help to help it grow. And as the channel grows and I'm able to afford it, we will get there together. Okay, just put up with the subtitles for a while longer. I thank you for your support. I will see you soon, Taurus. Love, light, and many blessings.